Okay, question 15 is a two-part where we answer part A and then answer part B. Part A is what is the central idea? So let's highlight that central idea of passage 2. So we want not source 1, we want passage 2. So here it is. The central idea, so they want to know basically what's the idea that the author's trying to get across to us? What's the biggest point of this article? And that's what they want to know with central idea. So historic sanctuary of Machu Picchu. A sanctuary is something that is highly revered. It's very cherished. It's sometimes it's religious. So sometimes a church can be a sanctuary, or different places can be a sanctuary. But it's something of importance that people hold dear to their hearts. And so it sounds like Machu Picchu is something like that. And this article has something different than the other one has. It has subheadings, and I bet that's going to help us here. Outstanding the universal value. Value, we know what that is if something's valuable. Again, people hold it tight, dear. And then universal means it's important or valuable to many people. Universal means many. So like if I have a universal remote at home, it's a remote that works many different electronics. So Machu Picchu must be valuable to many. The second subheading says protection and management requirements. So this sacred place that people hold dear that is valuable to many needs protection. And so there's protection and management requirements. So this article is pretty much talking about the value that Machu Picchu has to many, unlike the other article that focused on the guy that was looking for the Inca civilization. And then after it spends a great deal of time talking about the value, the universal value that it has to many, it talks about the protection that's needed for this land. And so the central idea, let's take a look because we've gone back through, is Machu Picchu is of cultural importance. And I think from this first subheading and reading back through this information, when it says outstanding universal value, and all of these paragraphs talk about the wonderful landscape and the structures that are there and where it's located and the attractiveness of it, you get the flavor, you get the feeling that the idea of that it's very important culturally. So A sounds good, but let's not pick it without checking the other options. So B, Machu Picchu is ideal for educational opportunities. Central idea is basically a focus for an article. And educational opportunities definitely is not the focus that the author discusses in passage 2. So B is not correct, and so we're just going to mask that off. C, Machu Picchu is a mystery due to its remote location. While we know that it was a mystery and it was hard to get to, and it's embedded under, I think it was from Article 1, where it was embedded in the jungle, under the, it was under the undergrowth and those kinds of things. One, I can't bounce back to source 1. I'm staying in source 2. We know it's in a remote location when it talks about where it was found, and it's on the edge of a cliff and those kind of things. Where it says, standing above the sea level in the midst of a tropical mountain forest, Machu Picchu is probably the most amazing urban creation. Its giant walls, as if they've been cut from naturally in the continuous rock escarpments, the natural setting on the eastern slopes of the Andes. It alludes to this remote location, but that's definitely not the focus of the passage. So we are going to also cross off or mask out C. D says Machu Picchu is significant for connecting different civilizations. Now, we looked at the subheading that said outstanding universal value, and we know that subheading means that Machu Picchu is valuable for many. Nowhere in the article, throughout the article, does it talk about how Machu Picchu specifically connects different civilizations together. So therefore, that would not be the central idea either. So we're going to mask out D. We thought A was right, and we are correct. You should have marked A. Machu Picchu is of cultural importance. Now, from 8, which was with the embedded with a dramatic landscape, where it's located, it's recognized for outstanding cultural and natural values. That's the paragraph we're going from, and it says, which one of these quotes introduces the central idea? And we just found that the central idea is Machu Picchu is culturally important. So the meeting between the Peruvian Andes and the Amazon basin, that's basically just talking about where it's located. That's not necessarily leading us to why it's important. And so A is not correct, so we're going to mask that out. The greatest artistic, architectural, and land use achievements anywhere. That one's sounding pretty good. The fact that it's artistic and there's architectural amazements in the land itself built into the side, these all kind of lead to the fact of why it's culturally important. But again, we don't ever want to pick one without checking all of our options. C says Machu Picchu was abandoned when the Inca Empire was conquered. We know that this is true. But that definitely doesn't lead us to why it's culturally important. The fact that it was abandoned is not the importance, it's the cultural importance. So we're going to cross off C. Lastly, the architectural complex was made known to the outside world. Again, it is because of it being hidden, has been unknown to many for a lot of years, but that is not the reason it's culturally important. So D is also wrong. B, we said the great artistic, architectural, and land use achievements anywhere for those reasons, for the artisticness of it, for the architecturalness of it. And because it's built into a land, right into the side of a mountain, those are the reasons that it's culturally important. So we were right, and the answer is B. And so right now what I would like you to do is stop, review what you put, and as we've been doing, answer the question in Google Forms, and then I'll see you back here for question 16. Keep working hard. Thanks.